Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Sometimes when we're doing the work of the Lord and just really living the Christian life in general, oftentimes we are scorned for that. Whether we're talking, internationally or nationally, uh, or in our society or our community, there might be just some general ways in which we are scoffed at and scorned and, just despised. People maybe look down on us for our Christian faith condescendingly, and just think that the things that we believe, the things that we practice are silly, and they are both offended by what we do, but at the same time mock and make fun of what we do as Christians. Sometimes it can be more specific than that. Maybe there's a particular work that the Lord has given us, and maybe it seems as though the work is futile, maybe because of the obstacles that arise, maybe because of the challenges connected to it. People wonder, why are you getting involved in that? Why are you, putting yourself out and doing this work? Don't you know that it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, that sort of thing. And sometimes the specific work that we're doing for the Lord can be ridiculed and scorned. And these can be difficult times for us as believers. And according to our natural self, we would want to defend ourselves. We would want to lash back at those who would ridicule us. We would even pause from doing the work to make sure that we put them in their place or that we justify ourselves before them. And we might get completely sidetracked because people are scorning us and making fun of us. In Nehemiah chapter 4, we see actually a similar thing happening with the construction of the wall around Jerusalem, where the workers are being scorned and being mocked and being made fun of. We find this at the beginning of the chapter. Starting in verse 1, it says, Now it happened that when Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and very vexed and mocked the Jews. He spoke in the presence of his brothers and the wealthy men of Samaria and said, What are these feeble Jews doing? Are they going to restore it for themselves? Can they offer sacrifices? Can they complete it in a day? Can they bring the stones to life from the dusty rubble, though they are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was near him, and he said, Even what they are building, if a fox should jump on it, he would break their stone wall down. Just making fun of the work that they're doing. Here, these people are working their heart out. They're working hard, trying to clear out the rubble so that they can construct the wall, only to meet ridicule and scorn and mockery. And these people were mocking the workers. They called them feeble Jews. Says it specifically in verse 1 that they mocked the Jews. They were also mocking the work. Talking about how, these burned stones and these rubble, it can never be constructed back into a wall. And even if they do construct a wall, a fox walking across it could knock it down. And they're just ridiculing them and scorning them. And it's interesting how the people responded here. Again, according to our natural self, we would want to, put down our shovels and our wheelbarrows, and we'd want to go to Sanballat and Tobiah and just begin to go into them and lash back at them and defend ourselves and try to justify ourselves and try to come up with reasons why the work was worthy and things like that. But Nehemiah just goes to pray before the Lord. That's the first thing that he does. In verse 4, Hear, O our God, for we are despised. Return their reproach on their own heads and give them up for plunder in the land of captivity. And he goes on. But the main thing is that he goes to prayer about it. We don't have anything in here that seems to indicate that he went to them and tried to, defend what he was doing or anything like that. He went straight to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God above all other gods, the Creator and Sovereign Lord, Yahweh. So he took it to the Lord in prayer, and then they went right back to work. Right after the prayer in verse 6, it says, So we built the wall, and the whole wall was joined together to half its height, and the people had a heart to work. They just Nehemiah just went to pray to the Lord, put it before him, cast his burden before the Lord, and then the people just got right back to work. And that's important as well. So whenever we are ridiculed, whether generally for being Christians or we're being mocked or the work that we're doing is being made fun of, we just need to bring that to the Lord, cast our burdens upon him, and then just put our eyes back to the work, put our eyes back to the plow, get focused, and continue doing what the Lord has called us to do. If the Lord has really called us to do something, if we really have this task that God has put before us, why would we listen to other people and what they have to say in their opinions? The only opinion that truly matters is what the Lord thinks and his opinion. And if he wants us to do something, that's good enough for us. We can bring their scorn and their rebuke to the Lord and leave it with the Lord for him to deal with it as he sees fit, but then we get back to the work. And I think that this section of the chapter helps us in seeing how that could be done. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.